I'm going to show you how to get approved for a credit card and the steps to take to get approved. Because some of y'all still getting denied and you don't know why you getting denied. You add an inquiry to your credit report. You just digging yourself in a deeper hole. But I want to show you how to get approved. And when you get denied and when they send that letter to your crib, stop throwing the letter away. They going to tell you in the letter what you need to do to get approved for the credit card. But the first thing you need to do when you're trying to get approved for the credit card, you need to check your credit report. You can't do nothing if you just going in blind. You got to check your credit report. You could check your credit report for free at myannual.com or Identity IQ. They're going to give you all three bureaus. Credit Karma, don't go to Credit Karma. They're not going to give it to you. And when you go to Experian, you're going to have to pay. So I advise you to go to My Annual Report, myannualcreditreport.com, and you're going to get it for free. They give it to you for free. That's the first thing that you want to do. You want to look at your whole credit profile and see which bureau that you're strong in. Because some people, you might be strong in Experian and weak in TransUnion. So you're not going to go to no TransUnion banks. You're going to go to Experian banks and get credit cards because that's your strongest bureau. So you got to know what to do before you just going out here applying, racking up inquiries and racking up denials. Now, the second thing you want to do, you want to use pre-qualification tools. I'm going to break all this down. Use pre-qualification tools. That means you want to know if they do a soft pull or they do a hard pull before you apply to these banks. Because if you just going in blind, you don't know if they doing a soft pull or a hard pull, and they just racking up hard pulls, now you got to go do credit repair on your credit report. So you got to make sure that you know what you're doing to get approved for these cards. But again, I'm going to break everything down for you. But if you got really, really, really bad credit, I want to show you that you still could get a credit card. It's a backdoor method that you still could get a credit card, but you still going to have to clean up your credit. But this could get you in the door. You want to open you up a starter card. I'm going to give you a list of starter cards that you can open up as well. And if you got okay credit and you want to get you a higher limit, you can add you an authorized user or become an authorized user on one of your family member cards. An authorized user is you're going to get added to their card and you're going to reap the benefits of everything that's on their card. So you better make sure that they don't got no late payments, that they paying their stuff on time, that they got good age and history, that they got a high limit. You don't want to jump on nobody's credit card and they got a $500 limit or a $1,000 limit. That's really not going to help you. The longer the age is the better. The higher the limit is the better. So that's what you got to look out for when you jumping on these authorized user trade lines, man. And then you want to make sure that you clean up your negative remarks. You can't do nothing if you just got everything negative. You got collections, you got 100 inquiries. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing until you clean all that up. But I got a way that you could clean all of it up as well. You could join my membership or you could join my mentorship, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step, how to clean your credit. It's like I'm going to hold your hand the whole way. I'm going to teach you the exact steps to clean your credit. Now I want to show you the difference between a hard pull versus a soft pull, because you got to know this when you're going out here and you're applying for credit cards, you're applying for loans, whatever you're applying for that has something to do with your credit, you got to make sure that it's not hurting your credit. Now, a hard pull is going to hurt your credit unless you get in the product. You for sure that you're going to get the product that you're applying for. It's going to drop your score 2 to 5 points every time that they do a hard pull on your credit report. So you got to make sure that you're looking out for that. When you go into these car lots and they running your credit like crazy, just know that they doing a hard pull and they dropping your score 2 to 5 points every time that they do it. Then you want to make sure you know that the inquiries fall off every 2 years when you're doing a hard pull. But I got a method that we could get those inquiries off in 24 hours as well. And when you're doing a hard pull, everybody get to see the hard pull. If you're going to this bank and you got denied, you went to this bank and you got denied, and that bank, the next bank that you go to gonna see you went to all these banks and they denied you, they didn't give you no money, so now I'm gonna deny you. So you gotta make sure that you're watching out for these hard pulls. Now, soft pulls, it do not drop your credit score. You do not have to worry about your credit score when you're doing a soft pull. Soft pull pre-qualifications do not affect your credit score. Only you and the company that's pulling your credit will be able to see that soft pull. You could get as many soft pulls as you want. Unlimited soft pulls is not going to drop it. Nobody going to see it but you and the company that's applying for your credit. Only people that do soft pulls, everybody that do soft pulls, I'm going to give you a few examples. A phone, when you going in the mall and they ask you, hey, let's see, could you get approved for this phone? They do soft pulls. Jobs do soft pulls. Rental cars do soft pulls. Credit cards do soft pulls. Loans do soft pulls. Everybody do soft pulls, but you got to make sure that you ask first, because some people do hard pulls the first time that they check your credit report. So you got to make sure that you watching out for soft pulls versus hard pulls. And the only time that you're going to get a hard pull when you're applying for a credit card, and if you like the limit that you're applying for, say they give you a $25,000 limit and you accept it, that's when you get the hard pull. You don't get the hard pull before you get your credit card and you get denied and you get a hard pull. That's what we're not doing, because you do not have one type of credit card. You got different types of credit cards for different reasons and different credit profiles. So the first type of credit card gonna be your secured card. That's what the bank gonna offer you if you just starting out with credit. If you don't have no credit, you gotta build some trust. They gotta know that they can trust you before they give you their money. So you're gonna have to deposit your money onto the credit card, and you're gonna have to use it, pay it back on time, and just make sure that you're building the right trust. And after 30 to 90 days, they're gonna unsecure the card. Now, unsecured card is the bank money. That's when the bank give you the credit card, and then you do not have to deposit money onto the card. It's unsecured. So you gotta know the difference between secured is your money, unsecured is the bank money. So if they say, we're gonna give you a secured credit card, that means you gotta approve for a secured credit card. You're gonna have to deposit your money onto that credit card and pay it back on time at the end of the month. So you gotta make sure that you know that. Now, a store card. There's different types of store cards. You got Walmart cards, you got Macy cards, you got Saks cards. Everybody got cards, everybody. But different people, you only can use certain cards in that store and certain cards all over. So those are the different types of store cards. So you got to make sure that you know you just going to get a store card. You only going to use it in that store. Or you could get a store card and you can use it throughout all the stores. So you got to make sure that you know which store card that you purchasing, and if you're going to get some rewards points or you're going to get some cash back points. But we're going to get into that. A charge card. Now, a charge card, I advise people who just starting out for credit to stay away from charge cards, because you have to pay the balance back in full at the end of the month. If you use the charge card, you got to pay the full amount back at the end of the month. So if you want to dictate your balance, I advise you to stay away from the charge cards. Then we have rewards cards, cashback cards, flights and hotel cards. Those are the cards that you're going to get rewards from. So with your credit card, every time that you swipe your credit card, you're going to be able to get rewards points. You can use it for whatever. You're going to be able to get cash back, or you can get flights points, hotels, free flights. Those are the cards that you want to go after, the ones that you're going to gain something from. That's why I say cut up your debit card and get you a credit card. I do not even like using the debit card because it's useless. You do not get paid for using your debit card. Credit over debit. Then you got a student card. If you got somebody, if you got kids or you're a student in college, no matter what it is, if you're building out credit, they're going to offer you a student card. Then you got a balance transfer card. This card is used for when you want to transfer your balance over to different cards. If you got a high balance on one card, you could transfer it over to another card and it'll drop your utilization, and those are balance transfer cards. Hey, look, I'm tired of talking. I'm finna give you a list of banks and different bureaus that you can go to. Whichever bureau that you strong in, Experian, you strong in Experian, I'm gonna give you a list of Experian Bank. You strong in TransUnion, I'm gonna give you a list of TransUnion Bank. You strong in Equifax, I'm gonna give you a list of those. And guess what? They do all soft pulls, and they gonna tell you your limit before you can accept it. That's the crazy part. If you don't like the limit, you do not gotta accept it, and it's not gonna hurt your credit score. But look, TransUnion, you could go to Upgrade. They pull from TransUnion. They do soft pulls. They gonna tell you when you go on there, soft pulls only, pre-qualification, and they gonna tell you your limit before you can accept it. That means if you don't like the limit, you don't have to accept it. You could go work on it, go add your authorized user, and go back and get a higher limit. Westgate, they pull from TransUnion. The Apple credit card, they pull for TransUnion. Care credit, I know some of y'all out here, man, y'all getting this care credit. I don't know who, I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all getting this care credit, and you really could be building your credit. And it's a Synchrony bank. Crate and Barrel, the Visa signature, they pull TransUnion. Rakuten, American Express, that's a backdoor method to get American Express. They pull TransUnion as well. Look, all these banks do soft pull. Now this that Experian list, all soft pulls. Dover Federal Credit Union, they pull from Experian, soft pull. NASA Federal Credit Union, they pull from Experian, soft pull. Key Point Credit Union, Experian. Wayne's Credit Union, Experian. Pedal Credit Union, Experian. Look, I'm really giving y'all a funding sequence. If you really paying attention, if you really know what's going on, I'm giving you a funding sequence without even telling you what I just told you though. But all these people, all these financial institution is going to do a soft pull, and they're going to show you your limit before you can accept it. You got to run this play. I hope y'all taking notes. I hope you writing it down, screenshotting it, whatever you going to do. You got to know this. You got to know this, because this is how you're going to be able to get the bag, flip the bag into whatever that you want to do. The last bureau, if you strong in Equifax, they go a list of banks that you could go to. They're going to do pre-approvals. Penn Fed Credit Union, they just like Navy Federal. They pull from Equifax, soft pull. Truist Financial, Equifax, soft pull. Community Christian Credit Union, Equifax. Walmart OnePay, you know y'all love shopping at Walmart. Y'all might as well build your credit while you shopping there. Walmart OnePay, they pull from Equifax, soft pull. Zabel Credit Card, Equifax. Bread Rewards, they from, that's another backdoor method to get an American Express. They pull Equifax. You know, once you get an American Express ecosystem, they do not do hard pulls once they pull your credit one time. You always gonna be able to get any type of credit card that you want, and they're not gonna do no hard pull. Look, man, I just gave y'all these banks. Go run the plays. Go run the plays, because ain't nobody that you with right now that just told you how to go get a bag, how to go flip the bag. Ain't no, if that's not what you talking about right now, you wasting your breath. You wasting a conversation. What you talking about if you ain't trying to go get the bread? I love talking about bread. But look though, it's Mr.RagsToRiches, man, and I hope I just helped you with this free game, because I know I just dropped some gems in this video. And if you don't got my ebooks where I'm teaching you about credit cards, personal credit, business credit, trade lines, everything, you missing out, man. But if you need somebody to hold your hand over the course of time, 3 months to 6 months, even to a year, just join my mentorship, man. And I promise you're going to be in a different position. I'm going to change your mindset. I'm going to change the way you look at things, man. But look, it's Mr.RagsToRiches, man. I'm out.